Before you blame eggs for clogging your arteries, pause for a moment because what you've been told for years might not be the full truth. And believing the wrong story could be distracting you from the real issue quietly building inside your body. Let's think about this in a different way. Your arteries are not just simple pipes carrying blood. They are alive. They are intelligent. They respond to everything you do. Every meal you eat, every step you take, every hour you sleep, and even every stressful thought you hold on to. They are constantly adapting, constantly reacting. When your arteries are healthy, everything flows smoothly. The inner lining is soft, flexible, and responsive. Blood moves freely, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every part of your body, your brain, your heart, your muscles, your organs. This is when you feel energetic, focused, and alive. But the moment this inner lining becomes irritated or damaged, things begin to change. Slowly at first, then more aggressively over time. Here's where most people have been misled. For years, we've been told that cholesterol and foods like eggs are the main cause of clogged arteries, that they are the enemy, that they directly create blockage. But that's not how your body actually works. Cholesterol is not the villain you've been taught to fear. In fact, it plays a crucial role inside your body. It's part of your body's repair system. When there's damage inside your arteries, your body sends cholesterol to that area like a protective shield. Think of it like a bandage placed over a wound. It's trying to help. It's trying to protect you. But here's the real problem. If the damage keeps happening day after day, meal after meal, habit after habit, your body keeps sending more and more of that repair material. Over time, this builds up layer upon layer, and eventually that's what forms plaque. So the real question is not, are eggs clogging my arteries? The real question is, what is causing the damage in the first place? And this is where things get serious, because the biggest causes of that damage are not what most people expect. They're the everyday habits that seem normal but slowly harm your body over time. Frequent spikes in blood sugar caused by refined carbohydrates and sugar create a process called glycation. This is where sugar molecules attach to proteins in your body, making them stiff and dysfunctional. Imagine your flexible arteries slowly becoming rigid and damaged. That's what repeated sugar spikes can do. Then there are highly processed oils that have been exposed to heat, chemicals, and oxygen. These oils become unstable and oxidized. When you consume them, they create inflammation and irritation inside your blood vessels. Now add chronic stress to the equation. When you're constantly stressed, your body stays in a state of tension. Your cortisol levels remain elevated. Your system never truly relaxes. Over time, this creates inflammation throughout your entire body, including your arteries. And what about movement, or rather, the lack of it? When you sit for long periods without moving, your circulation slows down. Your arteries lose the natural stimulation they need to stay healthy and responsive. Movement isn't just about burning calories. It's about keeping your entire system alive and active. Then comes sleep. Poor sleep prevents your body from repairing itself. It disrupts hormone balance, it increases inflammation, and it weakens your body's ability to recover from daily stress and damage. Now take a step back and look at the full picture. These are the real drivers of arterial damage: unstable blood sugar, inflammation, oxidation, chronic stress, lack of movement, poor recovery, not a single whole food like an egg. Now let's talk about eggs again, but this time with clarity. Eggs are one of the most nutrient-dense foods available, especially the yolk. Inside that yolk is choline, a powerful nutrient that supports your brain, your nervous system, and your liver. It helps your body process fats properly. It plays a role in memory, focus, and overall cellular health. Eggs also provide high-quality protein, something your body needs to build and repair tissues. And they contain healthy fats that help keep you full and satisfied. But here's something even more important. Eggs can help stabilize your blood sugar. And when your blood sugar is stable, you reduce one of the biggest sources of damage inside your arteries. So instead of fearing eggs, we need to shift our focus entirely. Think about this honestly. How many people avoid eggs but still eat processed foods every day? How many people skip natural fats but consume sugar without thinking twice? How many people worry about cholesterol but sit for hours without moving? How many people blame food but ignore stress, sleep, and lifestyle? It's like blaming the firefighter instead of the fire. Your body is not your enemy. Your body is always trying to protect you, always trying to repair you, always working behind the scenes to keep you alive and functioning. But if the environment you create keeps causing damage, your body has no choice but to keep reacting. And that's where change begins. If you truly want to protect your arteries, if you want better circulation, if you want more energy, clearer thinking, and long-term health, you have to go deeper than surface-level advice. Start by reducing inflammation. Focus on real, whole foods. Cut back on processed sugars and refined carbs. Stabilize your blood sugar. Choose foods that nourish your body instead of spiking it. Move your body every single day. It doesn't have to be intense, just consistent. Walking, stretching, light exercise, it all matters. Improve your sleep. Because real healing happens when your body rests, and most importantly, manage your stress. Because a calm mind creates a healthier body. This is where transformation happens. When you start addressing the real causes, everything begins to shift. Your blood flows better, your energy increases, your mind becomes sharper, your body feels lighter, and most importantly, you stop chasing the wrong problem. You stop living in fear of the wrong things, and you finally take control of your health in a way that actually works. Because the truth is simple. Health is not about avoiding one food. It's about understanding your body. And once you understand your body, you unlock the power to change your life. Before you blame eggs for clogging your arteries, pause for a moment and question the story you've been told for years. Because it may not be the complete picture, and believing it without understanding the deeper truth could be quietly steering your health in the wrong direction. Most people have been conditioned to fear cholesterol, to see it as something harmful that directly blocks the arteries, but your body is far more intelligent and complex than that simple explanation. Your arteries are not lifeless tubes that passively carry blood. They are living, dynamic structures that respond to everything happening in your life. Every bite of food you take, every step you walk, every hour you sleep, and even every stressful thought you experience sends signals into your body that affect how your arteries function. When your arteries are in a healthy state, their inner lining, known as the endothelium, is smooth, flexible, and highly responsive. It allows blood to flow effortlessly, delivering oxygen and nutrients to every cell in your body, including your brain and heart. This is when you feel energized, focused, and balanced. But when that delicate inner lining becomes irritated or damaged, the entire system begins to shift. The flow of blood is no longer as smooth, the flexibility begins to decrease, and small problems start to develop beneath the surface, often without any noticeable symptoms at first. This is where the misunderstanding about cholesterol begins. Cholesterol itself is not inherently harmful. In fact, it is essential for life. Your body uses cholesterol to build cells, produce hormones, and most importantly, repair damage. When there is injury or irritation inside the arterial wall, your body sends cholesterol to that area as part of a natural healing response. It acts almost like a protective patch, trying to stabilize and protect the damaged area. This means that cholesterol showing up in the arteries is not necessarily the cause of the problem, but rather a response to an existing issue. The real problem begins when the damage inside the arteries does not stop. If the inner lining continues to be irritated day after day, your body continues to send more cholesterol to repair it. Over time, this repeated repair process leads to a buildup of material forming what we recognize as plaque. So instead of asking whether eggs or cholesterol are clogging your arteries, a more important and powerful question emerges: what is causing the damage that your body is trying so hard to repair? The answer to that question reveals a completely different perspective on health. One of the biggest contributors to arterial damage is repeated spikes in blood sugar. When you consume large amounts of refined carbohydrates and sugar, your blood glucose levels rise rapidly. This triggers a process known as glycation, where sugar molecules attach to proteins in your body, making them stiff and dysfunctional, Over time, this process damages the inner lining of your arteries, reducing their flexibility and making them more prone to inflammation and injury. Another major factor is the consumption of highly processed oils. These oils are often exposed to high heat, chemicals, and oxygen during manufacturing, which makes them unstable and prone to oxidation. When you consume oxidized oils, they introduce harmful compounds into your body that can irritate and inflame the arterial walls. This ongoing irritation contributes to the damage that triggers the body's repair response. Chronic stress also plays a significant role in this process. When you are constantly under stress, your body remains in a heightened state of alertness. Stress hormones like cortisol stay elevated, and your system does not get the chance to relax and recover. Over time, this leads to widespread inflammation, including within your blood vessels. The longer this state continues, the more it contributes to the cycle of damage and repair happening inside your arteries. Physical inactivity adds another layer to the problem. Movement is essential for healthy circulation. When you move your body, it creates a natural force within your blood vessels that helps maintain their flexibility and function. Without regular movement, circulation slows down, and the arteries do not receive the stimulation they need to stay healthy. This makes them more vulnerable to damage over time. Sleep is another critical piece that is often overlooked. During sleep, your body carries out essential repair processes. It regulates hormones, reduces inflammation, and restores balance. When you consistently get poor quality sleep, your body's ability to repair itself is compromised. This means that the damage occurring during the day is not fully resolved, allowing it to accumulate over time. When you look at all these factors together, a clear pattern begins to emerge. The true drivers of arterial damage are not single whole foods like eggs, but rather a combination of lifestyle habits that create ongoing stress and inflammation within the body. Understanding this shifts your perspective completely. It moves you away from fear-based thinking about individual foods and toward a deeper awareness of how your daily choices shape your health. Now take a closer look at the role eggs actually play in this whole picture, because once you understand their true value, it becomes clear that they have been misunderstood for far too long. Eggs are not just another food item. They are one of the most nutrient-dense sources of nourishment available. Inside a single egg is a powerful combination of vitamins, minerals, healthy fats, and high-quality protein that your body can easily absorb and use. The yolk, which many people have been taught to avoid, is actually where most of the nutrition is found, and removing it means losing a significant portion of what makes eggs so beneficial. One of the most important nutrients found in eggs is choline. This is something your body relies on for proper brain function, nerve signaling, and liver health. Choline plays a key role in helping your body process fats efficiently, preventing fat buildup in the liver and supporting overall metabolic health. It also contributes to the production of neurotransmitters that are essential for memory, focus, and mental clarity. When you consistently provide your body with enough choline, you support not only your physical health, but also your cognitive performance. Eggs are also an excellent source of complete protein, meaning they contain all the essential amino acids your body needs to build and repair tissues. This is especially important when it comes to maintaining muscle mass, supporting recovery, and keeping your metabolism active. Unlike processed foods that cause rapid spikes and crashes in energy levels, the protein in eggs provides a steady release of energy, helping you feel satisfied for longer periods and reducing the likelihood of overeating or reaching for unhealthy snacks. Another powerful benefit of eggs is their ability to help stabilize blood sugar levels. When you start your day with a meal that includes protein and healthy fats, you reduce the chances of experiencing sharp increases in blood glucose. This stability is critical because, as you've learned, repeated blood sugar spikes are one of the main contributors to arterial damage. By keeping your blood sugar balanced, you are directly protecting the inner lining of your arteries and reducing the need for your body to constantly engage in repair processes. It's also important to understand that not all cholesterol in your body behaves the same way. Your body carefully regulates cholesterol production based on its needs. When you consume cholesterol from whole foods like eggs, Your body often adjusts by producing less internally. This balance is part of a sophisticated system designed to maintain stability. For most healthy individuals, dietary cholesterol has a minimal impact on blood cholesterol levels compared to factors like sugar intake, inflammation, and overall lifestyle. The problem arises when eggs are removed from the diet and replaced with highly processed alternatives. Many people avoid eggs at breakfast and instead choose foods like sugary cereals, refined bread, or processed snacks. These options may seem harmless, but they create the exact conditions that lead to arterial damage. They cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, increase inflammation, and leave you feeling hungry again shortly after eating. Over time, this pattern contributes to the very issues people are trying to avoid. When ye include eggs as part of a balanced diet, you are giving your body tools to function more efficiently. You are supporting stable energy levels, reducing cravings, and providing essential nutrients that many other foods lack. This doesn't mean eggs are a magic solution or that they should be consumed in isolation, but rather that they can be a valuable part of a healthy lifestyle when combined with other whole, unprocessed foods. It's also worth considering how eggs fit into the bigger picture of daily habits. Health is never determined by a single food choice, but by consistent patterns over time. If someone eats eggs regularly but also prioritizes whole foods, stays active, manages stress, and gets enough sleep, their overall health will reflect those positive habits. On the other hand, avoiding eggs while continuing to consume processed foods and neglecting lifestyle factors will not lead to better outcomes. There is also a psychological aspect to this. When people are told to fear certain foods, it creates confusion and unnecessary restriction. This often leads to a cycle of dieting, frustration, and inconsistency. By understanding that foods like eggs are not the enemy, you can develop a more balanced and sustainable approach to eating. You begin to focus on nourishment rather than restriction, on supporting your body rather than fighting against it. Another key point is the importance of food quality. Not all eggs are created equal. Eggs from healthier, well-raised chickens tend to have a better nutritional profile, including higher levels of certain vitamins and healthier fat composition. While this may not always be accessible to everyone, being mindful of food quality whenever possible can further enhance the benefits you receive. As you shift your perspective, you start to see that the real power lies not in eliminating specific foods, but in understanding. How your body responds to what you consume. You begin to make choices based on knowledge rather than fear. This shift allows you to build habits that are not only effective, but also sustainable in the long run. By including nutrient-dense foods like eggs in your diet, you create a foundation for better health. You support your body's natural processes, reduce unnecessary stress on your system, and move closer to a state of balance. And when your body is in balance, everything begins to work more efficiently, from your metabolism to your energy levels to your overall sense of well-being. At the end of the day, the truth is far simpler and far more empowering than most people realize. Your health is not determined by one single food, one single nutrient, or one outdated belief. It is shaped by the patterns you repeat every single day, the choices you make when no one is watching, the habits you build over time, and the level of awareness you bring to your own body. Blaming eggs for clogged arteries is like focusing on the surface while ignoring what's happening underneath. It keeps you distracted from the real factors that are silently influencing your health. Because it's not about fearing cholesterol or avoiding nutrient-rich foods, it's about understanding why your body responds the way it does and what it truly needs to function at its best. When you shift your focus toward reducing inflammation, stabilizing your blood sugar, moving your body regularly, improving your sleep, and learning how to manage stress, you begin to address the root cause instead of chasing symptoms. And this is where real transformation begins. This is where your body starts to work with you instead of against you. You start to feel the difference in your energy. Your mind becomes clearer. Your body feels lighter and more responsive. And most importantly, you regain a sense of control of you, or your own health, because you're no longer relying on fear-based advice. You're making decisions based on understanding. Remember, your body is always trying to protect you. Every process inside you, even the ones that seem harmful, is part of a deeper system designed to keep you alive and functioning. When you support that system with the right habits and the right mindset, you unlock a level of health that most people never reach because they are too busy focusing on the wrong things. So instead of asking what food to fear next, start asking better questions. Ask what your body needs. Ask what habits are helping you and which ones are holding you back. Because the moment you start looking at health from this perspective, everything begins to change. Take responsibility for your choices. Stay consistent with the habits that truly matter and trust the intelligence of your body to do what it was designed to do, because real health doesn't come from avoiding one food. It comes from understanding your body and living in a way that supports it every single day. And the moment you realize that, you stop chasing myths and start building a life of true strength, clarity, and lasting vitality.